And number two, I'm going to introduce something about Super 30. Basically, some people can join by paying. That is also a little controversial.
डोंट थिंक ऑफ दिस बैच एज एन इंश्योरेंस कि ROI तो मिल ही जाएगा, जितना पैसा दिया उतना वापस आ जाएगा. ऐसा नहीं होगा. योर ROI कुड बी नेगेटिव मोर देन मनी. 3 months यू आर स्पेंडिंग हियर. उन 3 महीने में तुम बहुत कुछ कर सकते थे. इफ यू आर नॉट डूइंग एनीथिंग, योर टाइम वेस्टेज इज मच वर्स देन योर मनी दैट यू आर वेस्टिंग. ऑलराइट.
If you are interested to know the placements of Super 30, as I said, there are 33 people that have been placed. Around 30% were in Web3 because that's my closest network. Around 40% were standard Web2 companies, some of them on site. I would say most of them on site, what you would expect from any other college. And around another 30% in AI companies because that's been the high level alpha right now. So amongst the 48 people, 33 people have gotten a placement in the last 2.5 months. We have just closed 2.5 months. And in today's class itself, I ओपन रिफंड फॉर एवरीवन, जिसको लेना ले लो.
मैं आज रिफंड्स ओपन कर रहा हूँ और मैं 1-on-1s भी कर रहा हूँ. कुछ लोगों को मैं आगे से खुद ही रिफंड कर रहा हूँ. जो लोग आ नहीं रहे हैं, जो मतलब हाफ हार्टेडली काम कर रहे हैं, तो यार तुम्हारी लगेगी भी नहीं, तो कोई पॉइंट भी नहीं इतना पैसा वेस्ट करने का.
Alright, full stack development, DevOps, machine learning, AI, blockchain, Web3, cryptography are all industry specific buzzwords that are usually skipped on in a college degree. In this video, I am going to take you through the 100x Devs campus, which is a 4-year B.Tech program. We are launching this program to create a new age campus, a campus where you can do a 4-year degree while learning industry specific skills. This is possible thanks to the new education policy. So in this video, I'll take you through what the B.Tech program is, who is issuing the degree, what is the campus, where is the campus, any question that you might have related to a proper 4-year program that we're introducing at 100x Devs. Without any further ado, let's get right into it. A little bit of history is that 2 years ago I released a video where I said all colleges will win.
It is a startup, funded startup, and they have incentives to grow this. And the people who are teaching there have some bonuses, incentives aligned with you getting jobs. Which is why it's a very nice win-win situation. They have incentive to get you a job, and of course, a job is what you need. Which is why I'm saying definitely between tier 2, tier 3, and think twice. IIT, sure, go for an IIT for now and let the business model prove itself. So that would be my thoughts.
An alt college is an alternate college. A college that can provide you industry-specific skills while issuing you a proper degree. I think that's still true. In fact, over the last 2 years, a lot of alt colleges have matured, have gotten admissions students. It's a very clear product market fit for people to learn new age skills. So that's what we're introducing as well. It's going to be a 4-year B.Tech program. There are 2 parts to this, so you should know this very honestly and very clearly. There is a university, a proper university that will be issuing you a degree. And then there is a center of excellence. That's what we are. The center of excellence will have its own campus. And this campus is where you'll be spending most of your time. The only difference from a conventional college and this one is that the curriculum is very closely related to the industry. And thankfully, this is also possible because of the NEP. 70% of the curriculum can be controlled by us. Based on what we think is currently relevant in the industry, and 30% of course is mandated by the government, and we'll have to introduce/keep those subjects in place to make sure there is a holistic development that happens for the student. So everyone who's teaching on campus, other than some specific subjects, is someone who's currently working in the industry. I'm going to kick things off with the eligibility criteria. Who is this really meant for? The eligibility criteria is anyone who's above 18 years of age and has passed the 12th examination. It's as easy as that. Other than that, there is going to be a one-on-one interview with the team/me and an examination that you have to go through with the university that we have partnered with. So there are 3 sort of eligibilities that you have to go through. There is no ITJ examination, even though there might be scholarships based on that. But generally the eligibility is as simple as a 12 plus person. You can be 20 years of age as well if you want to join. And if you are currently in your first year, you can also join laterally. What that means is you can continue your study from here from your second year onwards, and you only have 3 more years to go until you get your B.Tech degree. That's the eligibility criteria. The second thing is this very close to a B.Tech degree? Is this actually a B.Tech degree? And the answer is yes. What you're getting at the end of 4 years is a proper B.Tech degree by a university. So if you want to go for masters, if you want to apply for a Google, and if there is an eligibility criteria for B.Tech over there, you do pass the eligibility criteria, and it's no different than any other university that you might go to for a B.Tech. That said, the good thing about new age colleges, which I think will become very relevant very soon, is that you can eject out of the degree. If you've gotten an outcome after 1 year, if you've already gotten a placement, you can leave after the first year and get a certificate. Second year, you can get a diploma. Third year, you can get a BSc. And if you complete all 4 years, is when you can get a B.Tech degree. So it really depends on you. I think this will become fairly common eventually because there's no real need to grind for 4 years to get a job or the skills to get a job. A lot of people are opting to drop out or going for online degrees. So it's much more comfortable, as a degree if you want to eject out at any point. You still get a certificate, a diploma, a BSc or a B.Tech based on when you leave the degree. What is going to happen on campus on a day-to-day basis? Again, it will be very close to a college. Only thing is the curriculum is very closely controlled by us. So who will be teaching and what will be taught is something that we control to some extent. Of course, there are some things that the government mandates and we'll follow that. But the rest of it would be people currently working in the industry, someone who's working at a Google, in blockchain, in an HFT, that will come and teach that topic. The eligibility criteria for teachers/professors over here is someone who's very closely currently working in the industry or has just left the industry. That includes me as well. I also have other commitments. I'm an advisor at Cognition Labs, which is the parent company of Devon. I'm also co-founding the Latent app with Samirana. So it's not like me or other people over there will be full-time teaching. I don't think that's a teacher that you want. I think you want someone who is currently very closely connected to the industry. That's one thing that's missing from teachers/professors today. So the teachers would be people who are currently working in the industry, people like Sargam, if you've seen, people who are currently doing the remote job and can impart you the same skills, can teach you the same things that they're doing on a day-to-day basis in a company. The curriculum, very similar. As I said initially, there'll be heavy focus on things like machine learning, AI, Web3, full stack, DevOps. The official degree that you're getting is a 4-year B.Tech in machine learning and AI. That's one of the few degrees you can issue as an alt college. So that will be the official degree. Although, even to learn machine learning and AI, there's a lot of prerequisites/computer science knowledge that includes things like OS, DBMS, compiler design that will be taught. So all the good parts of a current B.Tech degree we've pulled out, all the good parts of the industry we've pulled out and combined them into a singular syllabus for 4 years. If you are interested in the exact syllabus, here is a screenshot that we've designed for the 8 semesters that are coming. This will keep on changing based on where the industry is going, what is relevant right now. But as I said, since it is a B.Tech degree you're getting by the end of it, some subjects are out of our control and they'll pretty much remain the same. Why are we the best people to do it? I think anyone who's opening an alt college today is great. I said the same thing 2 years ago. Okay, unless you're getting an IIT or an NIT or a tier 1 BTU, it makes sense to go for an alt college for many reasons. The biggest reason I said 2 years ago was the first year they're going to focus heavily on outcomes.
If you join now, which is their first batch, I think they will spend a lot of time, effort and energy making sure it's extremely comfortable and a smooth ride for everyone.
And that's been true for other alt colleges. That will be true for us. The first year is going to be really small because a lot of people will be worried / think twice before joining such a college, and hence the team, which in this case is me and the people over here, will heavily focus on the outcomes for the first year. So that was one of many reasons I felt alt colleges are going to win, and I think that still remains true today. They can't compete with an IIT right now. I think it will be a long time before we can even think of that. But in a span of 4 years, with the right people, the right community, the right students, I think this is something that is achievable, and this is a long-term goal for everyone here at 100x Devs as well. We know very honestly that this is not going to be a profitable bet for the first 2 to 3 years. And the goal is in the next 5, 6, 7 years, it becomes a generational college that's bigger than us. That's the reason we're taking this bet. I can talk through a very similar program we have done recently. It was called Super 30. It was an on-site paid plus scholarships, so sort of free plus paid program that we did. We did it in Noida, and we tried to make sure we ourselves gather the experience of running a college/campus. And in the last 3 months, here have been the learnings and outcomes. We had 48 people in Super 30. It was called Super 30, but it got extended. There were a bunch of people who came through scholarships. We wanted to make the community very high IQ. Amongst the 48 people, 33 people have gotten a placement in the last 2.5 months. We have just closed 2.5 months. And in today's class itself, I opened refund for everyone. The goal, even with Super 30, wasn't to make a lot of money or money at all, honestly. And that will be true for the college as well. I'm not saying the college will not make money. It will make money in the very long term if a lot of things go right. The goal is there is this very clear unoptimal right now, which is colleges. And can we make them better? Can we create one where we can make, number one, the parents happy? Because a B.Tech degree is something most parents want. I don't think if I could start this without a degree as well and have much smaller timelines, like a year, or Super 30 was just 2.5 months. But to make a parent happy, you have to issue a degree. Generally, it's a good idea for everyone to have a degree, I think at least. My degree has helped me in a lot of places, including initial offers, placements, packages, visas. So I think degrees will stay. The goal is, you can make the student happy as well. The student doesn't have to look out for mentorship slash is cribbing on the college 24/7. Okay, they're not teaching me anything, the teachers are bad. The goal is this is the most optimal college that you can go to. That is the goal that we're starting it with. And Super 30, the last 6 months of time were purely focused on is this the right bet to take? Can we actually handle placements, which honestly is the biggest thing for most people, at least in Super 30. I know for a fact that most people here are 4th year recent grads or currently in their 4th year, and everyone was desperate for a job. So that's been the highest goal over here. That will also be the goal in the college, but college has 10 different things. They were present in Super 30 as well. That includes extracurriculars, parties, so on and so forth. But generally, I think even with the college, as you eventually reach your 4th year, amongst everything else, I think placement is one of the biggest things that people need to focus on and slash people care about and parents care about. So I'm happy that thing we figured out fairly well. If we could get 33 people placed in 2.5 months, we can get whatever, let's say 150 people placed, which is our current hope for the batch. Our hope is that we have 150 people, which is a great number for us. I think that's a great starting point. We know for a fact it will be unprofitable because you'll have to burn a lot of money on campus degrees, so on and so forth. But we feel in the long run, this is a decent bet for us to take, which is why we're taking one. The current hope slash goal is 75 people who join in their first year and 75 people who join literally in their second year. If the number increases, great. But we'll have very strict filtering criteria. So there'll be one-on-ones directly with me to make sure we're making sure the right crowd comes. One learning from Super 30 has been that half of the work was done by the community slash people. Having the right people in the same place does half of the job. The rest of the job is for the campus to be safe, making sure people are having a good time, and the teachers are teaching the right things. The teacher can come and drip a lot of knowledge from the top level. Then the community is what gathers that knowledge and spreads it around. I've seen this on campus. IIT Roorkee is a very big campus which had a very small focus group called STS Labs. And back then I've seen what everyone in STS Labs is currently doing. Here is a photo that I recently found from archives. And everyone that you see over here, I would say 50% are in a Google or a Facebook or somewhere, doing really well. And more than, where they are, they're in, top positions there. For example, someone is in Google Brain, not just, Google FTE. Someone's doing a startup that's raised 100 mil, so on and so forth. So I've seen this very closely. I went on campus recently. I saw the same thing. A small focus group can do really well as long as they're filtered well. So quite honestly, there won't be a JE criteria, but there will be other criteria. For example, IOI is a great one. If you've already done IOI, you pretty much get, very hefty scholarship and even get in because we need you more than you need us. We want the community to be strong. I've already opened offers for all the Solana prodigies who are currently in school, who are doing really well and, have jobs at 16 years old. If they want to come on campus, it's free for them. So these are the communities that we will pull. On the other side, there'll be people who are, willing to learn / gain from the community, and this will lead to a solid on-campus learning experience. That's the hope right now. Location, there are 2 locations in mind right now. We have campuses ready in both the places. That's Bangalore and Delhi. We already have a smallish campus in Delhi that's 7,000 square feet. I think we need a bigger one for a proper college which has 200 people. This one can easily house 50 people. But let us know the location. The form is in the description. You get the preference to decide Delhi or Bangalore. These are going to be the locations. Both have their own benefits and downsides. We haven't seen too many network effects of being in Delhi, or I think we would have seen if we would have been in Bangalore. Most of the placements have happened remotely. That's sort of the only consideration when deciding a location. So let us know. Wherever we have more people, we'll open the campus. Isn't really a problem for us. I personally prefer Delhi because I'm from here. But if it's Bangalore, we go with Bangalore. We're also giving the option to decide upfront if you want a 3-year BSc or a 4-year B.Tech. So just feel free to decide and select one of those so that we have the right number in mind. Linked in the description is a website which has a form. It has an upfront pre-registration fees of 50,000 rupees. This is just to make sure we can, filter out the right crowd and get serious folks. As soon as you pay the fee, you will have 2 examinations to give. The first one will be a one-on-one with me. If the one-on-one fails, we'll refund the whole money and, no hard feelings there. I can also, personally give you feedback on what you can improve. If you do succeed over there, then you have to go through the university examination and make sure you succeed in that as well. If both of these succeed, then are the next steps of actually filling the fees, which brings us to a very important point. What will be the fees? It will be somewhere in the range of 15 to 20 lakhs. That's slightly lesser than any other alt college that's currently in the market. It will change based on the location. It will be a little more in Bangalore because it will be more expensive. Delhi, it will be a little bit cheaper. This is the tuition fee. That includes the degree partner fee, our fees, everything else. There will be hostel fee on top of this, in case you feel like opting for a hostel. That's pretty much the high level. Let me see if I've missed something. If you are interested to know the placements of Super 30, as I said, there are 33 people that have been placed. Around 30% were in Web3 because that's my closest network. Around 40% were standard Web2 companies, some of them on site. I would say most of them on site. What you would expect from any other college, and around another 30% in AI companies, because that's been the high level alpha right now, / the most funded companies right now that are heavily hiring. Most people that have gotten hired over here are through me only. We had a placement team, but rarely did one go to a standard company that you would go through from a college placement. Most of them went through to alpha companies, remote companies, whatever you can call them. Eventually, I don't think everyone from college is going to get very high alpha companies, so you should keep that in mind. The good thing is you always have a base of a Google or a Facebook or wherever you want to join. But if the outcomes are right, we can push back much more. The average placement would probably be around 50 lakhs, the 15 lakhs, 15. Highest was $65 US, that's 50 LPA. Lowest was 7 LPA. There was one at 7, one at 8, one at 9. And everyone else has been above 10 LPA or $1,000 to $1,200 a month. So that's been a high level. With that, I'll end the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.